Welcome to Lubbock. Today we're going to take you on a tour of a couple different homes, all in the price range of $300,000 and lower in Southwest Lubbock and in Southeast Lubbock. And we're going to get after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Lubbock, Texas, well then be sure to tap that bell and hit that subscribe button so that you can be the first to know about all things happening in Lubbock, Texas. I get calls, texts, emails every single day from people just like you looking to make their move to Lubbock, and I absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, schedule a Zoom call, whatever is easiest for you and your family, and I'd love to help you make a smooth transition into the Lubbock area. So as I mentioned, we are going to take you on a tour of a couple of different homes in the Lubbock area, all built by one great builder here in Lubbock that have a couple different floor plan options, that have a couple different price range options, and a couple different locations. So if you're looking to be in the southwest part of town, or if you're looking to be in the southeast part of town, well, there are two great options I'm going to show you today. And as you can see, this entire row of houses right here on this block, they're all for sale by the same builder. But I'm going to take you into this specific house right behind me, so that way you can take a look at one of the floor plans and get a feel for some of the finishes that's going on and really have an understanding of what it would be like to live in this community. This is the exterior of the house, and like I mentioned, all of these houses are very, very new. They were either built at the end of last year, or being built, or just finished being built. So we're gonna walk into this house, and the neighborhood that I'm in is actually on the cusp of Wolfforth and Lubbock. It is so convenient to get to really anywhere in Lubbock. I say that a lot because pretty much is pretty easy to get anywhere in Lubbock, but you're right off of the highway. And I don't mean right off where you can hear it or you can see it, but if you just drive a little bit further down the street, you'll run into 82nd Street and the Loop. So the Loop will take you anywhere you want to go in Lubbock. So it's super conveniently located. Now this house, I'm going to flip it around. As soon as you enter, you are greeted with an open concept floor plan. I think my favorite part about this floor plan is this bonus room at the front. So technically this is a 4-bedroom, but this bedroom is going to be a little bit on the small side. It does have a closet and it does have a window, so technically it is a bedroom. But what I see a lot of people do is use this as an office because of the size and also just the light and the lets in a lot of natural light. So super convenient right off of the front of the house. And then when you look in the interior of the home, you'll see the open concept, but you do have a true dining space. You also have a fireplace. I know a lot of people ask if we have fireplaces in Lubbock, and some houses do, some houses don't. And then to my left, you're gonna have 2 additional bedrooms, and then over there is gonna be the master suite. So where we're located is we are off of 98th Street, in between 98th and 82nd. Now 98th isn't fully paved. So in order to get to this house, you go through 82nd, turns into Donald Preston, which is in Wolfforth. Just over the highway is going to be in Wolfforth. And then on this side of the highway, on the east side of the highway, you're going to be in Lubbock. So we are zoned to Friendship ISD, and you are within, less than a 5-minute drive to the high school. So if you want to be close to the Friendship schools, well, this is a great location. Not to mention, as I showed you in the very beginning, is this neighborhood is being built. And so it's a very new neighborhood in the Wolfforth Lubbock area in Southwest Lubbock. Now, I'm going to turn it around, and that way you can get a better view of the kitchen. And the kitchen, something that I like to notice or point out is the recessed lighting underneath the cabinets, which you don't see a ton of. Also, there's not a ton of open space or gap up at the top of the cabinets, which is very hard to find these days. I feel like a lot of the cabinets that we see are so short compared relatively to the height of the ceiling. They don't go all the way up. You will have a pantry as well. And the backsplash does go all the way up. And so you notice this, sometimes backsplashes will only go up about half a foot or so. But you can tell in this house, the backsplash does go all the way around. And then you also have plenty of areas, plenty of room for bar stool seating if you want to have bar stool seating. And then you'll have room for your dining room table. So right off of the kitchen, I love the double window paned glass leading out to the backyard. It lets in so much natural light. And then same with the two windows right here. And there's a window at the very top of the front door, letting in a lot of natural light as well. So it's very open, it feels like. And the backyard is big enough to where if you did want to ever add, say, a pool, you could do that. And it's covered patio, vaulted ceilings, and a privacy fence. I'll show you the exterior. So it really is a good sized backyard. Sometimes with these new construction houses, you don't get a ton of backyard space. But going back to where this house is located. So we are off of 82nd, 6282 in the Loop. Now, that really gets you to anywhere you want to be. So if you want to go to Target, and you can hop on a Loop, you are about less than 10 minutes from Target, Sam's, Costco, TJ Maxx, Ulta, which is the Canyon West Shopping Center, and it's really, really close to here. So let me show you the master bath, the double vanities, and I like that the vanities are also a little bit higher than usual, so it comes to about hip level. And then I love the closet. The closet, they did a really good job with some built-ins, huge walk-in closet, separate tub and shower combo. I also wanted to mention that the Friendship ISD schools, they're building a new elementary school, a new middle school, and a new high school. So Friendship is growing, Wolfforth is growing, and if you want to be a part of that growth and you want to be in the Friendship ISD schools, then this is a great area for you to check out. Now, I'll also do a drive-by of the neighborhood. That way you can see what the additional developmental phases are going to look like, where they're going to be. You are pretty far back south from 82nd. So like I mentioned, you're not going to be hearing a lot of the traffic from 6282 in the Loop, but you also feel like you're kind of in the country a little bit. You know, there is a couple properties that are east of here that line this neighborhood that have horses and donkeys when I was driving in. And so they've been here for a long time before this neighborhood was developed. Like I mentioned, 98 is not even paved all the way through yet. So this is a newer developing area. So you do feel like you're in the country a little bit, but you're really not in the country. But it's very quiet, you know, so it kind of is the best of both worlds if you're not wanting to be, you know, on some acreage really far south, but you do want to have your neighbors, and it's super convenient to grocery stores and to Target or just anywhere that the Loop can take you. Well, this neighborhood is really, really great for that. That's why I wanted to showcase the specific floor plan because of the 4 bedrooms. If you are needing the 4 bedroom, or if you're just looking for that 4th bed because you're looking to add an office. So I am going to take you to, I forgot to mention this house, the price. It's 1,750 square feet and $255,000. So next I'm going to take you to Southeast Lubbock, and we're going to take a look at another floor plan built by the same builder, but in Cooper ISD. We are now in the neighborhood of Viridian, which is Southeast Lubbock. So behind me is this house. I'll flip it over. So this is one of my favorite floor plans that this builder builds, and you'll see why here in a second. I did want to point out, so across the street, you're going to see, so there is a lot of construction going on. There's also some homes that are also available, or pre-existing homes as well. Now, with that being said, this is not the only builder in this neighborhood. So you're gonna have a couple of different builders, which helps with the variety of the houses. The exteriors are all gonna be a little bit different. You're gonna have a mix of brick, siding, stone. So really all of the exterior is not gonna be very cookie cutter. It's gonna be a lot different than say just your standard neighborhood that's built by one builder. But the reason why I wanted to show you this house is right when you walk in, you are greeted with an entryway. So not many homes have an entryway. You have the open concept floor plan as you move into the home, but then on your right-hand side, you kind of have this 4th bedroom tucked away in the front of the house. So again, if you are looking for a 4-bedroom, this house is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house, or you can make this an office. There's a lot of light coming in. We are facing south right now. You're gonna get a ton of light coming into this bedroom. So if you need Zoom calls, anything like that, you will definitely be able to have bright light for that. These rooms, they're not terribly small. This is probably gonna be the smallest of the rooms that we're gonna see in this house. But a 4-bedroom is a 4-bedroom, right? So as I turn this around, this is going to be the entry to the home. So over to the left, you're gonna have the laundry room area. You'll have the master suite over on the left-hand corner. And then on my right, you'll have the 2 additional bedrooms with the ensuite bathroom. Now I'm gonna start taking you this way and show you this laundry room because it's pretty great. This is a huge laundry room. And what I love about it is these built-in shelves or built-ins right here above. It has a little laundry rack. It's not the wire rack that you see in a lot of the cookie cutter homes. And then it also has a little storage. So, they did think about the little things in this house for sure. And I don't think I said this about the last house, but off of the garage, or in the garage, the builders have started incorporating the can lights in the garage, which I just think adds so much light into the house. And then also too, I don't know if you can see it, but everything's gonna be spray foam insulated. And there's a little door up there as well that leads you into the attic. So this is going to save you a lot of money on your electricity, especially in the summer, which we are in currently. And it's, over 100 every day. So having that spray foam insulation in the attic, especially in a house that has these vaulted ceilings like this one does, definitely helps on your electricity bill. So this neighborhood is really special. Like I said, it does have a few different builders here. You have a price range of around $250,000 to around $400,000. This neighborhood also has some townhome availability. So if you're looking for a townhome, they have some options available in the front part of the neighborhood. And also too, if you are wanting to be in a neighborhood where you can literally walk your kiddo to the elementary school, well, this house in this neighborhood is great for that because Lubbock Cooper East Elementary School is literally a hop, skip, and a jump away right down the street, and you can walk your kiddos to school, which is pretty great. And they can walk home if you want them to walk home, meet you halfway, stop at the park. I will mention, however, that this neighborhood does have an HOA of around $350 a year. So it's not monthly, but it is annually that you will have to pay into that annual association. Now, the annual HOA will include, there's an event center that you can rent out. There's also a community pool, which is pretty unique. There's green space, there's a park, like I mentioned. So there's a few extra amenities that you're not really finding in some of the other neighborhoods. Now, this neighborhood is off of the new Loop 88 and Indiana and University. So there is quite a bit of construction, I will say, that the new loop is causing because of the construction that it's going west into Lubbock. And so it's going to go, which is 1585 or 130th Street. So it's going to be this huge loop all around Lubbock, essentially, and going into shallow water, which is North Lubbock. But once all that construction is done, you won't have to worry about it. But I will say, it is going to be busier with the construction, with roadblocks and just traffic in general while the new loop is going on. You can't see it from here, so you are tucked a little bit back south from where the new loop is coming. But did want to point that out, that it is going to be eventually really quick and convenient access for you. But as of right now, with that construction, it is going to have a little bit more traffic than usual. So I'm in the 2 additional bedrooms that are on the right side of the house. And these would be great for little kids, especially because they can share this great bathroom. And again, the countertops are going to be at hip level. And we'll have the double vanity, which I think is great. And it'll have its own separate door for the shower and the toilet, again, with the built-ins here for the shelves, which I think is very, very much needed in a bathroom. You cannot ever have too many built-in shelves. And this is one of the bedrooms on the back of the house. And we'll go outside in a second too, because I want to show you how big this backyard is. But just a standard basic, size room, nothing to write home about. But I mean, they're not terribly small. You can fit a bed in here. It's not going to be where you're touching the wall with your elbow. If you do put like a twin bed, you can put a queen bed in there if you so desire. And then I want to talk about the kitchen again. So it does have the track lights underneath, which is definitely an added bonus, especially when you're cooking. And then it does have the island. The last house didn't have the island like this one does. And it overlooks into the living room area. And then rather the fireplace be in the corner, this is more of a focal centerpiece with the stone. I think the stone really ties it in. I love that, the little bit of an accent there on the stone. So let's go take a look in the backyard, because like I mentioned, it is a big backyard for a new construction house. This is one of the biggest backyards that I've seen on a new construction home. So if backyard's important to you, well, this is one to look at. So unlike the other neighborhoods that we've seen, this one's not going to have an alley, which means you will have to take your trash out to the very front of the house, which you might be used to already, depending on where you're coming from. And I'll show you the back side of the house. It still has a little overhang for a little porch. It's not terribly big, but you can always extend it if you wanted to. Especially if you love to grill or want to have an outdoor patio. You're not going to be taking up too much of the backyard to where it would all be concrete, but you could definitely add it there. And again, if you want to have a pool, trampoline, play set, there's plenty of room to do that here. Now, unlike the last neighborhood was very convenient to 6282. This house is very convenient to the grocery store. So if you want to be close proximity to a grocery store, Market Street United is literally right down the street. It'll take you no time at all to get to the grocery store. So that is super convenient, especially right off Indiana. Indiana has a ton of great restaurants, amenities there. There are, let's see what else is by Indiana. So where we're at, the range is close by, it's a golf hangout spot where you can go and hit golf balls, go and have some beer, have some pizza. They have great pizza, take the kiddos outside. Very outdoorsy, very interactive, very fun for the family. There is Harrigan's, which is a really great restaurant. There's a Michi's, which is a wine bar here in Lubbock, the only wine bar here in Lubbock, which is right down the street. So if you're a big wino. And then if you go a little bit further down, like where Quaker is, you'll be really close to HEB. So you are very, very close to a lot of stuff happening in the South Lubbock area. Now let's get into the facts about this house. So this house is 1850 square feet, 4 bedroom, 2 bath, 2 car garage, priced at $280,000. It is brand new construction. This has never been lived in before. This is all staged. So if you are looking, like I mentioned, to be in a neighborhood in the Lubbock Cooper ISD in walking distance to Lubbock Cooper East Elementary School, this neighborhood is definitely one to check out. Now I will mention that sometimes the homes in the southeast part of Lubbock might be a little bit more expensive than the southwest part of Lubbock. So depending on your price range and budget, depending on the school district that you're wanting to be in and location, we might be able to get this house for this same house over in Friendship as well, depending on if you really love this floor plan. And vice versa. If you love the first plan a little bit more, but you want to be in Lubbock Cooper, we could probably find you that house in this neighborhood. They are still building homes. This neighborhood is still growing, still expanding. So we might be able to find that for you. So if you have any questions about this home particularly, or the last home that I showed, or about any of these neighborhoods that I just showed today, I'd love to send you more details about them, see if they'd be interested or they're a good fit for you and your family. And just let me know if you have any questions. Drop a comment below. I'll send it to you as soon as you leave a comment. I'll send you all the details. Or if you have questions, like I said, about any other properties here in the Lubbock area or any other neighborhoods in the Lubbock area, but you want to stay around the 300K price point or below, there's other neighborhoods as well too. So if you like this video, be sure to tap that bell and hit that subscribe button so that you can be the first to know about all things happening in Lubbock, Texas. And until next time, we'll see you around.